Top of the morning to you. It's Wednesday, November 7th. I'm China Haley in for Jennifer Vong. Coming up, talking cars in the Big Apple. That story in just a moment, but first up, headlines. We'll start with a U.S. election roundup. Democrats winning control of the U.S. House of Representatives during Tuesday's midterm elections and pledging to hold Republican President Donald Trump accountable after a tumultuous 2 years in the White House and a decisive campaign marked by fierce clashes over race and immigration. Trump and his fellow Republicans expanded their control of the U.S. Senate, but they lost their majority in the House. That's seen as a setback for Trump after a campaign that became a referendum on his leadership. Several of the races have potential implications for the U.S. auto industry.
There's still a very wide variance in the pace of these recalls.
Florida's Bill Nelson was at risk of being one of 4 incumbent Democrats ousted from the U.S. Senate. Nelson is the ranking member of the Senate Commerce Committee, and he's been a frequent critic of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration over the pace of Takata airbag inflator recalls. He's trailing in a race that NBC News says is too close to call and may be headed for a recount.
I cannot for the life of me. This is either gross negligence or gross incompetence on the part of a lawyer.
Among the defeated, Missouri Democrat Claire McCaskill, seen here grilling GM CEO Mary Barra and other executives in 2014 during GM's ignition switch recall crisis.
We've come a long way here in Nevada.
In Nevada, home of Tesla's massive Gigafactory battery plant, Republican incumbent Senator Dean Heller is projected to lose his seat. Heller recently proposed legislation that would lift the current cap on electric vehicles eligible for tax credits. Richard Cordray, who headed the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau under former President Barack Obama, fell short in his bid to become Ohio's governor. But a different outcome for another politician tied to the Obama era.
I'm Haley Stevens, and I was chief of staff to President Obama's auto rescue.
Haley Stevens is the projected winner in Michigan's 11th congressional district. And Democrat Bibiana Borio, a former Ford and Jaguar executive, losing in Pennsylvania's 14th congressional district. BMW reporting that its third quarter operating profit dropped 27% to $2 billion. The decline coming amid currency headwinds, trade tensions, and higher research and development expenses. Also today, CEO Harold Kruger discussing BMW's contingency plans ahead of Brexit, Britain's exit from the European Union. He says the plans include using air freight to secure supply routes. Hyundai is investing $250 million in Grab. Grab is a ride-hailing firm in Singapore. And Volkswagen plans a renewed push into the lucrative compact pickup segment. VW says the Tarok concept, shown Tuesday in Sao Paulo, will soon be offered in Brazil and could move to other global markets. Driving in New York City may not be the easiest thing to do, but it is about to get a whole lot smarter. As the Wall Street Journal reports, in the next year, up to 8,000 vehicles, including nearly 6,000 yellow cabs and more than 1,000 buses, will soon be able to talk to each other. The vehicles will be outfitted with special devices that can also communicate with roadside sensors, traffic signals, and app-enabled smartphones. It's all part of a $25 million traffic safety pilot program, partially funded by the U.S. Department of Transportation, aimed at reducing road injuries and fatalities. So far, about 70 vehicles are currently using the prototype gear.
America, Truck Weekend is here.
Now some advertising notes. Ford teaming up with the History Channel for a new series called Truck Weekend in America. The 6-hour programming event highlighting Ford's F-Series heritage airs this Saturday and Sunday on the History Channel. And Fiat Chrysler getting into the holiday spirit. The automaker kicking off its year-end Big Finish ad campaign this week. Among the spots, a 30-second Dodge commercial called Upgrade.
There's more than one way to fly.
And this ad called Caroling, featuring actress Katherine Hahn.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. One horse open sleigh.
Once upon a time, one Christmas Eve, we were jingling, singing. You know my scene. I was hanging out, cool, and all my homies and me. Hey, yo, the party was lit like a Christmas tree. Then way up high.
And that is our time. Remember, more industry news comes your way this afternoon on Auto News Now. Take good care. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.